presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Last night in front of a sellout crowd at the Big A, the Angels offense exploded again as they captured the Freeway Series with an emotional win. Now the Halos look to keep the good times rolling as the American League East leaders come to town for the weekend. Orioles and Angels next.
No more interleague as the Angels welcome in the American League East leading Baltimore Orioles. At least at the start of the day, they were tied with the Boston Red Sox. Orioles swinging the bats very well tonight. It's game number 1 of a 3-game series. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And last night for the Angels, as they ended up taking 3 of 4 from the Los Angeles Dodgers, it seemed to be a complete team effort. They got some pitching, the bullpen stepped up, and some clutch hitting.
Yeah, Victor, so often we talked about the top 3, top 4 in the lineup for the Angels producing all the runs, but it was the other guys that had some very good, important at-bats. And Johnny Giavotella in particular has been swinging the bat exceptionally well. Came up with the bases loaded, aggressive as always, gets a fastball, line drive. He has really worked on his swing to work down on the baseball. The energy Johnny Giavotella brings is so important to this team. And finally, getting a pitch to drive. Carlos Perez hits the ball out of the ballpark. Did a nice job behind the plate, but always looking for him to get that swing. And he got the silent treatment. Eventually, some high fives and some hugs, but the defense also was there. Rafael Ortega, full extension on the dive. What an outstanding play. The other guys making the plays in the field, coming through with big hits. You mentioned the bullpen doing a great job. Jose Alvarez picking up the win last night. The bullpen has been very good for a long period of time. Look for them to do it again tonight. Hector Santiago on the mound going against a very good offense, though.
Yeah, you mentioned a very good offense. They are pretty much second in every category offensively. They go with the long ball. They don't run a whole lot, and they play some pretty good defenses. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
against the Baltimore Orioles. The Angels playing the American League East for the second time. The last time it occurred was when the Tampa Bay Rays were in town, and that did not work out well for the Angels. So they will have their hands full. As we mentioned about this offense, Hector Santiago will have his hands full to start this ball game, as this is a team that will come out and swing it. They sit back and wait for the long ball. That is for sure. It's old school Earl Weaver type of baseball as Hector's taking the field. And we'll check out Buck Showalter's starting lineup for the Orioles at 24-15. Buck now in his 7th season as the skipper of the Orioles. Joey Rickard will lead things off. He's a Rule 5 selection. He's in right field. Manny Machado at shortstop. Adam Jones in center. Chris Davis at first. Mark Trumbo, the Orange County native, at DH. Matt Wieters behind the plate. Jonathan Scope is the second baseman. Nolan Reimold in left field. And Paul Janisch, the one-time Cincinnati Red and Atlanta Brave, is now with the Orioles in his 2nd season. He will bat 9th and play third base. Taking on Hector Santiago. He's made 8 starts so far, 3-2 on the season, and a 3.42 ERA.
Yeah, fastball velocity much better his last game out there. 8 shutout innings up in Seattle's. Tied for his career high as far as innings pitched. My go-tos, though, for Hector to be successful. They spot that fastball well. They are a good fastball hitting club, Baltimore. You spot it well, you should be RK. And don't become predictable. In other words, throwing pitches, same spot in the count each and every time. You got to change that up against this offense.
We'll check out the Angels defense behind Santiago tonight. Rafael Ortega in left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield, Yunel Escobar and Gregorio Petit on the left side. Johnny Tiavatello, CJ Cron on the right, Carlos Perez behind the plate.
Boy, and Rafael Ortega, what he did in that outfield last night certainly has to be a reason why we would put him out there as far as spotlighting him on defense. And it's certainly worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. Last night, Crawford thinking he's got to double down the line. Rafael Ortega with tremendous coverage, full extension on the dive just as he lands on that warning track in front of that short wall. Joe Smith loving it, Calhoun loving it, and Trout all loving that play by Ortega.
You know, everybody's feeling pretty good on a Friday night when you get a sponsor element out of the way right before first pitch. I like it.
Yeah,
when
you make a play like that, you have to get that done again.
Doubt. Hector's ready to go as usual. He doesn't waste a whole lot of time, and got to get the camera off the field here before we throw first pitch. There we go. Joey Rickard, right fielder, takes a strike. 24-year-old, native of Las Vegas, Rule 5 selection out of the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Hitting 264, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. As he hits one out toward left center field, hit well. Trout giving chase, and right from the get-go, a home run for Rickard, and it's 1-0 Baltimore. The 58th home run hit by the Orioles this season.
Well, we talked about this club hitting home runs. Mentioned that 57, now 58 on the season. Love to hit the fastball. You have to locate the fastball well. And when you see where this pitch is located from Hector, you can see why this baseball went a long way. Right out over the plate, just above the belt, able to get his arms extended to barrel the bat on it, and gets it out to left center field. 4th home run, 10th RBI.
This is an Orioles team that has struggled against left-handed pitching. 227 versus 278 against right-handers as Manny Machado takes inside. Machado typically the everyday third baseman, but with J.J. Hardy on the disabled list, he's back to his original position of shortstop. Check swing foul.
Good change up there from Hector. Again, don't go into those predictable patterns.
.319 average for Machado. 11 home runs, 25 runs batted in. American League Player of the Month for April. .16 doubles for Machado. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. 16 doubles, 1 behind Jose Altuve of the Astros. This one's driven out to center field. Trout going back, and this one is gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Baltimore Orioles to lead off the game, and it's 2-0. You talk about predictable counts, 3-1. There's a predictable count. There's a fastball from Hector.
Well, when you think about Machado this season, highest batting average versus the fastball. He's rated 373. He's in a fastball count. He's looking out over the plate, and he gets a fastball, and it's the dead center field. Out over the plate twice now, they've been able to get their arms extended, Baltimore hitters. One thing about power hitters, they like to get their arms extended. You have to establish in to make them uncomfortable. The crazy thing about Baltimore, they have, well, coming into the game, 57 home runs, 177 runs scored. Well, the Angels with 36 home runs, 165, so only 12 runs differential between the two clubs, but a lot of home runs. That's how they're scoring their runs. Buck's always been about that. Buck Showalter is about a patient team and a team with power. Don't steal a lot of bases, but they will swing hard.
Hector again falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes on Jones. The center fielder hitting .244, has 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. Yanks that one foul. That was a missile into the seats. Machado with his 12th home run of the season and his first against a left-handed pitcher. Here's 2-1. Fell back. Another big rip. Already some comfortable swings. We're 3 batters in.
Again, at some point, Hector's going to have to establish either his four-seam or cut fastball off the plate in against these right-handed batters.
Breaking ball rolled foul.
Last game out for Hector, 67% of his pitches were strikes. He threw 115, 77 strikes. Again, you got to trust the offense. The offense has been on a roll. You just got to quiet down this Baltimore offense right away.
Full count. It's an Orioles team that has played just a total of 14 games on the road this year. They are 7-7. Fewest road games in Major League Baseball. Payoff pitch and a walk. So back-to-back home runs, now a walk, nobody out. Man on for Chris Davis. Davis, a first baseman. 243, 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Cron playing in front of Jones with a left-handed batter up. And snowballs to 2 strikes. 168 home runs for Chris Davis since 2012. That leads Major League Baseball. Edwin Encarnacion second with 160. 0-2. That's a called strike 3. 1 down.
And the amazing thing is he's had a number of home runs robbed over the last couple of seasons, more than anybody else. That high swing, those majestic fly balls. Perfect spot right there for Hector at 92 on the outside corner.
Nice round of applause for Mark Trumbo as he gets introduced here. Trumbo's off to a terrific start with Baltimore. Now 30 years of age, hitting .309, 12 home runs, 29 runs batted in. He'll take a strike to 12 home runs, leads the Orioles. And he sits atop that category in the American League at the start of the day with Chris Davis, Todd Frazier, Robinson Cano also with 12, and now Machado with 12. The 0-1 off speed, cut on and missed. 0-2. Mark picked up in a deal this offseason, along with a minor league pitcher coming from Seattle to Baltimore in exchange for Steve Clevenger, the catcher. It's worked out pretty well for the Orioles so far.
No question. And he's been hitting the ball the entire field, not just trying to pull home runs, hitting the ball well to right center field.
A ball and 2 strikes last year. Trumbo with Arizona and Seattle. He got part of a 6-player deal that sent him up to Seattle. Combined to hit 22 home runs, drive in 64. Behind in the count at 1-2, 2-0. Baltimore, back-to-back home runs by Rickard and Machado. Ground ball knocked down by Hector. He's only placed to first. 2 down. Jones ends up at second base.
And on the follow through, we talked about Trumbo using the whole field, knocks that one down. Looked like if he lets that one go, obviously when it's hit back at you, you're going to try to make the play, but Giavitello was exactly situated there for that ground ball to step on the base for a double play. Instead, they have another runner in scoring position in Adam Jones.
But here's Matt Wieters, switch hitting catcher. .256 average so far this year. 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. .217 from this side of the plate, .269 from the left. Limited last year as he was coming back from Tommy John surgery. Played just 75 games for the O's. Hector taking a while. I'm able to get on the same page here with Carlos. Big lead for Jones at second with 2 outs. Santiago coming off the start when she threw 8 shutout innings against Seattle. 2 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 5. Just off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. John Tumpain calling the balls and strikes tonight. Dale Scott, the crew chief, at first. Bob Davidson at second. Lance Barrett at third base, the umpire and crew for this weekend series. Hector so fascinated with Adam Jones here with 2 outs. Behind the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Pulled foul. Sitting fastball.
That's why you got to concentrate on this hitter. A strong hitter. Healthy at this point. 3 home runs, 13 RBI, 4 doubles for Wieters.
Orioles starting their longest road trip of the season. 3 here, then they go to Houston for 3 and on to Cleveland for 3. 2-1. 3-1. .25 pitches so far. The 26th is hit out toward left. Ortega moving toward the foul line. Long run for him. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So the damage is limited to back-to-back home runs. The Angels trailing 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 1st. As we begin the bottom of the first inning, let's check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Halos at 19-22. They are currently 4.5 back in the West. Yunel Escobar leading things off at third base. Cole Calhoun in right. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols DHing. C.J. Cron at first base. Johnny Givitello's got a nice little hit streak going at 8 games. He's at second. Rafael Ortega in left. Carlos Perez behind the plate. And it's Gregorio Petit batting ninth. And he will play shortstop as they take on the 26-year-old right-hander native of Whiteville, North Carolina. His name is Mike Wright.
Yeah, Mike Wright is that power two-seam fastball, 91-96. Slider, curveball, changeup, basically sinker slider. My go-tos to be successful against Wright. Elevation important. Do not chase that sinker down below the knees, and hits a plenty. Doesn't give up a lot of home runs, so bunch those hits together.
First one on the way to come back over the mound. Jonathan Schoop has it. One pitch, one out to start off the bottom of the first. Let's check out the Orioles defensively. Rymel Jones, Rickard in the outfield. Yanish Machado, Schoop, and Davis in the infield from third to first. Leaders behind the plate.
And you mentioned this earlier, Vic, about Machado moving from third base to shortstop. 2 times he's won the Gold Glove at that third base position. Only the second Oriole ever to do so at third base. Brooks Robinson won 16 straight at that position. Machado very good at third base, but originally a shortstop.
Drafted as such in high school in Miami, 2010. First one to Calhoun. It's down low. Cole hitting .291. 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in. Cole last night 0 for 3. On board twice though and scored twice. And that is driven out to right field. Rickard back at the wall. That is off the top of the fence. They're saying it's in play. Cole on his way to second. It's a double as it stands now. They will take a look at it downstairs.
You know, before the game, I asked Cole, what do you try to do against Wright, a sinker slider type pitcher? You said you try the best you can to bring that up at least above the knees. And that's exactly what he was able to do on the fastball there. Just above the knees, got the barrel of the bat, and he drives that extremely well to right center field. Right at the glove there, right at the yellow line. That's going to end up being a double.
Yeah.
If the glove's not there, it could deflect and go over, but at that point, you can't make that determination, I don't think, if you're an umpire.
I think this is going to be a crew chief review. Scioscia going out and asking if they can get together. See the glove here.
I mean, that's right at the line.
I think they have to call it a double with the glove, the ball going in and out of the glove. If the glove's not there, I think it is a home run.
It's going to go over. There's no question.
Now take a look at it. Dale Scott, the crew chief. Bob Davidson, the second base umpire, made the call.
Yeah, that didn't look like that baseball was done traveling necessarily. I think that has a chance of getting over. You know, in these home run calls, it's a crew chief review. One thing that was very important about that swing, again, he was looking for something just above the knees. If it starts at the knees or below, you got to let that one go with that power sink to it.
I mean, it's going to stay a double. I can't imagine they change it. You can't assume it's a home run if the glove's not there, which is unfortunate.
And hit extremely hard by Cole Calhoun.
Well, in the worst case, it'll be a double. It'll be the 8th one for Calhoun this year. Trout will bat with a man on. Still waiting to hear the crew chief review. We anticipate it being a double, and the call just standing. The Angels will not get charged with a challenge here.
Take a little bit longer than I thought it would. And I think it has a chance of being a home run if it's not off the glove, though.
Absolutely. I just don't think it can change the call on the field because of the glove. A lot of games going on in Major League Baseball, so it's like we're in queue calling customer service right now. Yeah, that's fan interference. Touched the ball, so it's a double. As we expected. Metcalf called it his 8th double.
Unable to make the play out there in the outfield either.
Yeah, he got nothing out of it.
No.
Here's Trout. 1 out, 1 on. Mike hitting .327, 10 home runs and 31 runs batted in. 2 for 3 game last night with a single and a home run. 2 RBIs. And a non-committed breaking pitch sails way wide of Wieters for ball 1.
Trout with 11 career home runs against Baltimore, including his first ever in Baltimore. It was.
The second time the Angels have faced Wright. Made his Major League debut against the Angels just a little over a year ago, May 17th last year. Camden Yards went 7 1/3, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts in that big league debut. That's a ground ball over the first. Davis is coming home. The throw to the plate is in time. Little hesitation by Chris at first base, but Cole slides right into the shin guard of Matt Wieters. So the Angels don't even get a run out of it.
Going on contact. You thought for a second that he was going to just take the play at the plate. I mean, take it at first base. That hesitation at the secondary lead and then go.
Yeah, a little stutter step, and that's, I think, why Davis decided to come home.
Remember, he first came up as a third baseman, so you know he has a good throwing arm. He also has a good arm from the outfield playing first base. That's a big play for Baltimore.
Three infielders on the left side with Pujols up. Trout on board via the fielder's choice. 2 outs. Albert DHing, hitting .224. 8 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Doubled last night. 1 for 3 game. Also drew a walk.
And so far this year, as far as percentages of pitches thrown for Wright, 68% fastballs, 20 sliders, 2 curveball, 11% of his pitches changeups.
Two balls and a strike. Wright's coming off a win against the Tigers. Their career high 108 pitches. Season high 7 innings and 6 strikeouts in that one. Halos last night with 11 total hits. Off speed.
Well, he really slowed down his delivery with his changeup there. It's right-handed batters behind in the count. There's a lot of sliders and changeups. A little less fastball frequency behind in the count as compared to ahead of the count.
And there's a walk. So 2 on, 2 outs. Cron coming to the plate. First walk issued by the right-hander. Haven't walked many guys. This is 8th game, 7th start of the season. 36 1/3 innings, 38 hits, and just 11 walks.
My Hyundai key for this game to be successful, especially for the hitters against Wright. You got to read stitches. You got to read rotation of the baseball to be successful. Talked about that two-seam sinking fastball and slider frequency. Got to be able to read that to be successful. And Cron has got good career numbers. 364 against Baltimore.
Cron takes a fastball for a strike. CJ hit at 258. 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Picked up an RBI the hard way last night. Hit by pitch. The bases loaded. Ground ball over to first. Davis has it. And he'll take it himself. An unusual inning for the Angels. They get nothing out of it. We head to the second with the Orioles up 2-0. The order coming up for the Orioles. They opened up the game with back-to-back home runs. Rickard, the Rule 5 selection, and Manny Machado went to straightaway center. Jonathan Scope, the second baseman, takes a strike. 24-year-olds hitting .255. 7 home runs, 23 runs batted in, with native of Curacao. Scope last year with 15 home runs for the Orioles. 279 for him. Hector total 26 pitches in that first. Cue shot foul, 1-2. Let's go back and see that play at the plate with Cole being thrown out.
And you might want to think, because you still see part of the plate right here, the path for Cole to be able to get in there. Now Wieters catches the ball, then pivots the foot. Now we've talked about a lot about a clear path to the plate. Was it blocked or not? And clearly there was a path for Cole to be able to get to that back part of the plate. That's why there was no challenge. And you see right here, there's still a path. There's still a path right there for Cole to get to that home plate area. And then when the ball was caught, and then he pivots the foot right here, and then be able to block the plate. And now it doesn't allow Cole, once the ball is in the glove, you can block the plate. And then he's able to block that. The foot never gets to the plate, the pivot foot for Matt Wieters.
No balls and a strike on Nolan Reimold. No balls, 2 strikes. Reimold, 32 years of age. 327, 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in.
Now for me, if I'm Hector, I'm sitting in the dugout and I'm seeing some pretty good swings by my offense right away in the bottom of the first. I got to put up some zeros. The offense is going to score some runs for me, and I get a chance to win a game.
Chopper towards short. Petit has it. A little bobble there, and they got him at first. Reimel can run for a big guy. 2 outs. Yeah, don't you automatically become like an off-speed guy? You start pitching backwards.
Yes, you have to. See that play in the glove right there before the foot. You mentioned Reimel. He does run down the line very well. Good recovery by Petit with that strong throwing arm he has.
There's Paul Janisch, starting third baseman. Takes inside. Janisch this year in the big leagues, 0 for 7 with the Orioles. Third game. That one is a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Janisch re-signing with the Orioles this past offseason. AAA Norfolk hitting .329. 2 quick outs.
Now,
It falls behind here.
pitching backwards to the number 9 hitter, though, throwing him a changeup 2-0. I think you got to trust your fastball there away, keep it down.
4-pitch walk.
Yeah, there's certain times you don't give in, but then you look at parts of the order. That's when you're more apt to challenge with your fastball.
Janisch, a guy at AAA with 77 plate appearances and a total of 2 runs batted in. Those are the guys you go after.
Yeah, exactly. Force him to hit a fastball. If he hit it out the other way, well, then you tip your hat to him. But you just got to go after him with your fastball, especially away and down.
Joey Rickard, right fielder, homer to lead off the game. He's 1 for 1. The home run is 4th. 10th RBI of the season. Led all Rays minor leaguers last year with a .321 batting average, and the Orioles took him in the Rule 5. No balls, 2 strikes. Originally a 9th round selection, 2012 by the Rays. University of Arizona. One and 2. Two and 2. First time that Hector's faced the Orioles since July 31st of 2014. 7th career game, 4th start. Good record overall against him.
Not unusual to see Rickard seeing a number of pitches so far this year. Plate appearances, 4.36 pitches per plate appearance.
2-2, and that's hit one out to left center field. Trout racing back, and at the wall will make the catch. The ball stays in the glove. Hector almost gave up another one. Terrific play by Trout on the run to collect the 3rd out of the inning.
Figures he would do it on his day where the figurine was giving it back, catching the ball at the wall. Does the same thing right there for Trout.
Second, Giavatello to lead things off here against Mike Wright. Ended up facing 5 batters in the first inning, but allowed no runs. Calhoun had a double for fan interference and was thrown out at the plate on the ground ball by Trout. Johnny takes a strike on a fastball. 8-game hitting streak for Giavatello. Now hitting .264. A couple of home runs, 11 runs batted in. Wright, a 3rd-round pick by the Orioles out of Eastern Carolina University back in 2011. Jim Palmer, minor league pitcher of the year in back-to-back seasons, 13 and 14. 2-1 now. Just his 3rd road start. Knocked around in his first 2, but it was against Boston and Kansas City, so understandable. 2-1. That's a foul off the body. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clouds up above, 65 degrees at first pitch tonight. Some moisture in the air last night when the game ended.
Yeah, that was surprising to see that.
Breaking pitch, lifted foul. Johnny grounds one toward short. Sounded like he broke his back. Machado throws him out. 1 away.
And going back to that play by Mike Trout at the wall, reaches up and able to hold on to that baseball barely. See this different angle. Great job by our guys with the camera. You see how close that came to coming out of the glove and then over the wall for a home run. Right up against the wall, strong enough that his wrist to be able to keep that baseball in the glove. Figured he'd do something like that on the night where the figurine with him going halfway over the wall. Make the play last year against Montero.
Ortega hitting .293. 1 double, 6 runs batted in. Hitless last night. Terrific diving catch. 2nd out of the 9th. One and 2. Perez on deck. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, and that is past Giannis down the line. Reimel's got a strong arm. The throw from Ortega from Reimel gets away, and Ortega ends up getting to second base on a double.
Well, he really turned the afterburners on when he saw that Reimel had control of that baseball with that strong throwing him. All 3 outfielders for Baltimore throw the ball well. Stay back of that, hit right down the third base line. And you have to try to take chances like this. Reimel got behind that baseball well, but the low 1-hop throw gets away from Schoop. At second, though, he's able to get the hand in, even if the ball was going to be in the glove. It looked like he was going to get in there anyhow.
Second double of the season. Second double of his big league career. In scoring position for Carlos Perez. Now the first pitch fastballs from Wright so far. Carlos 1 for 4 last night, hitting his first home run of the season. All 5 career home runs have come in this ballpark. Ortega with a big lead at second. And that is pulled down the left field line. That's going to get down and go for extras. One hopper off the top of the fence. It stays in play. Back-to-back doubles. And the Angels get on the board. It's 2-1 Baltimore.
Just like we said in the opening, it's the other guys in the lineup have been helping out offensively of late. Ortega double down the left field line. Carlos Perez, who homered last night, gets his slider that drifted on the inner half of the plate and hooks that down the line for a double. His 5th double, 7th RBI. Baltimore had back-to-back home runs to start the game. Well, the Angels with back-to-back doubles to get one back.
So Carlos in scoring position for Gregorio Petit. 8th game for Petit since coming up. 5 for 20 with a double and an RBI. Slider away.
Now you mentioned him throwing a lot of first pitch fastball there to the slider. That time coming into this game, first pitch against right-handed batters, about 61% fastballs, 28% sliders.
Fastball chopped to third. Giannis has it. Across the diamond, 2 down. Every moment matters during Patriotic Weekend presented by State Farm as the Angels take on the Astros Friday May 27th, 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a red, white, and blue barbecue apron courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf while supplies last. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. 2 outs. Perez still at second. Up steps Junel Escobar, who grounded out in the first pitch of the bottom of the first. Takes a fastball low.
That's that power 2-seam fastball down and in. You got to let that one go. If it starts at the knees, let it go because it will sink below. That's exactly what he got Petit to ground out to third base with.
Missed in. 2 balls, no strikes. Three 3-0. Calhoun on deck. Orioles with 2 in the first. Back-to-back home runs by Rickard and Machado. The Angels getting one back here in the second.
And they've done that 8 times this year. Baltimore back-to-back home runs. Club record 14 the entire season.
Home and road splits are fairly equal. 262 at home, 268 out on the road. 3-1. Escobar chops it over to Giannis. The Angels will leave a man on in scoring position. They do get a run as we've played 2 here at the Big A, and the Orioles up 2-1.
the Angels 2-1 here in the top of the third. And now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by Kia. Hector Santiago, who has been very good as far as a left-handed pitcher going against right-handed batters. It's at least 1,500 at-bats against him. Clayton Kershaw, 210 batting average versus righties. Chris Sale, 225. And Hector Santiago, their best during this period of time, 236. Pretty impressive numbers against right-handed batters for Hector coming into this game. A couple good swings by righties against him in the first inning, though.
Machado homering to straightaway center in the first for his 12th home run. Promptly falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. Machado, Jones, and Davis 2, 3, and 4 for the O's. Taking the whole way.
Pretty good pitch.
3 balls, no strikes.
I was going to say, don't groove that in. He took that last one all the way, but that one he set him up for a fastball. He had a good swing. 3-0 green light.
Jammed him, fouls it back, full count. Here comes a 3-2. And he walked him. Third walk issued by Santiago. And he'll face Adam Jones, who walked the first. They just backleg everything.
No question. They're looking to work counts, work a few walks, and look for the big fly. When swings like that, yeah, you got to loosen up. Make sure the back is okay, the shoulders and everything else.
They came in second in average home runs, slugging, and on-base percentage in the American League. Broken bat, looper out to shallow left field. Petit racing out, Ortega coming in. Petit will make the call on the catch, one down.
It's a good play by Petit, and also pretty good read by Machado. He thought that might fall in, so he was pretty far out there, and he knew he'd be able to get back. Again, that's what you want to have. You don't want to be sitting around first base area assuming it's going to be caught. Well done, though, by Petit.
There's Chris Davis, the first baseman, who struck out looking. One of 2 strikeouts for Santiago to go with 3 walks and 2 hits allowed. Davis, a Texas native, originally in the Rangers system. He lifts one out to right. He'll stay in the yard for Cole. 2 down. Hector could use a quick inning. Looked like he was on his way to a quick inning in the second, retiring the first 2, but then he walked Janos before getting Rickard to fly one out to deep left center. Ended up throwing 17 pitches in the second inning. They're throwing 26 in the first.
Your offense picked up a run. Bottom of the second, you want to put a 0 up as quick as possible. Get that big part of the order coming up for the Angels.
Slider first strike. Trumbo for 1. He broke his bat, hit a comeback into the mound his first at bat. No balls, 2 strikes.
A little slower curveball, slider followed by a slow curveball at 69. Trumbo well out in front. One thing Trumbo has been very good so far this year is pitches, inside pitches. Batting average 8th best in baseball on inside pitches, a .362 batting average. So you got to be careful going inside against him. Better be well off the plate.
Machado still at first, 2 outs here in the third. Oh, 2. Trumbo skies one high and deep to left. Ortega moving back, and he'll watch this one go to the bullpen. The 3rd home run hit by the Orioles on an 0-2 pitch, and it's 4-1 Baltimore.
Like we just said, you've got to be careful going inside. His batting average is .362 on inside pitches, especially elevated. We saw that enough from Trumbo. He's wearing that Angel uniforms. He was setting up way off the inside corner. It ends up being on the inside corner. And Trumbo does not miss a high pitch. Big time power from Trumbo, 13th.
And again, Hector just unable to get anything done quickly, finish things off. It's like the 0-2 pickoff at first base with 2 outs. Like, who cares what Machado's doing?
Again, you're given all those reports as far as what a hitter has been swinging well at this year. When you're seeing the guys hitting on inside pitches at .362, well, if you're going to go fastball in, it's got to be well off in. And Carlos set up well off the inside corner. Again, I'm still thinking I'm bouncing a pitch in the dirt, especially 0-2, or even a fastball down and away.
Hector's yelling at John Tumpane. That pitch was in off the plate, and he's just been tossed. Hector's just been ejected. Hector waved off Carlos is what it looked like. Tumpane kind of took exception to it. And so Santiago's been ejected here. The pitch in question wasn't a strike. It was in off the plate. Osocia will get his money's worth. Hector was yelling in after the 2-0 pitch to Wieters that missed in. Tumpane said something back to him. Carlos started to go out there, kind of got in between them, and as Carlos started to head back, Hector kind of waved him off, like go back to behind home plate. I think Tumpane thought it was meant toward him, and Santiago got ejected because of it. And so here we go to the bullpen. That doesn't help causes, or the cause I should say, going just 2 2/3 tonight. Here's the pitch to Wieters that we were talking about.
And that's clearly off the inside corner.
Clearly Hector yelling at Tumpane at that point, but here's the wave off that we're talking about coming up here. It tells Carlos to go.
Yeah, that was certainly a quick hook there. Again, I've talked about it before where a pitcher, you really can't say a whole lot to home plate umpire because everyone can see that. Hitters can turn their head a little bit and say something as far as questioning the call. Pitchers never get that flexibility to have any chance of staying in the game, and a quick throw out by John Tumpane.
Well, this game had less to do about John Tumpane than Hector himself. I mean, Hector has nobody to blame but Hector. Made some mistakes, especially from the get-go, and he made a mistake on Mark Trumbo on an 0-2 pitch that made it a 4-1 Orioles lead. So we're going to get a pitching change here. Looks like Mike Morin's going to come in. He'll get as much time as necessary to get ready to pitch and try to get this 3rd out here in the third. Santiago's been ejected. A pitching change in the third inning. It's 4-1 Baltimore. A 2-0 pitch to Matt Wieters. Here's the pitch that Hector thought was a strike, and it wasn't. Yelled in. John Tumpane said something. Carlos came out halfway between the mound and home plate, and that's where Hector eventually tells Carlos to kind of get back behind the plate, and that's Tumpane thought he was talking to him, the home plate umpire, and he got his head.
Well, certainly the second thing when Hector said to him, you should not be thrown out. Now, if he had an option or wanted to do that, the first thing he said to him, maybe. But certainly not for what he said. He told Carlos to get back there behind home plate. Very quick hook. John Tumpane. Again, but the bottom line is there's plenty of baseball left, and the Angels this season alone have come back to win 9 times when they've trailed by 2 or more runs, tied for most in Major League Baseball. Now Mike Scioscia and Charles Nagy's going to patchwork the rest of this game from the bullpen, but the bullpen has been very good. There's a chance as a reliever now to pick up a W.
Morin pitching in his 21st game. And Wieters, who started this at bat batting right-handed, turns around and hit from the left side. And that's a 3-1 count. Wieters 0 for 1, a fly ball to left. This is a base hit to right. That'll get charged to Santiago.
Second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Stone.
So man on with 2 outs. Here's Jonathan Schoop, second baseman. Dribbler foul. 4 runs. 2 2/3 for Santiago. 2 strikeouts, 3 walks.
And you would think this matchup, Mike Morin against this Baltimore lineup that hits the fastball so well, should be a pretty good matchup for Mike, especially with his changeup, change his speed with that, off speed. Slider's been good, but he still has to spot his fastball, but get him out with your off speed.
Oh, what? This is Sky to shallow left. Ortega coming in a couple of steps. And there is the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Trumbo adds to the Orioles' lead with his 13th home run of the season. It's 4-1 Baltimore as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Ram Trucks talked about the catch last year from Mike Trout. Jesus Montero thinks he's got a home run, almost half the body over the wall by Mike Trout to bring that one back. And then tonight at the wall, controls the baseball, just about ready to fall off the glove and over the wall for a great play by Trout. And here we go, the figurine here today with Mike Trout coming up. This is the one last year over the wall, and then we see tonight's play by Mike Trout. The figurine at the wall. Who knew?
Unbelievable. It's the magic of television,
Oh,
folks.
yeah.
Just go ahead and soak that in for a moment. Cole takes a strike.
Am I right now?
Calhoun, Trout, pools. Yeah, don't hyperventilate. So you hear a big thump.
Down goes Frazier.
Cole with a double. He'll put this one down the line. Foul. No balls and 2 strikes. A double for Cole. His 8th of the year. Fan interference. I mean, the play on the field was called a double, and then crew chief review confirmed the fan interference. So stranded at second base with that hit. Eventually moved to 3rd on a ground out, then got thrown out on the ground ball. Fielder's choice by Trout.
Turn a little bit, turn a little bit.
Gorgeous night tonight. Cool view from out in upper right field area. One, two. Off speed. Foul tipped into the mid. 1 down. First strikeout for Wright.
Well, not often you get away with a changeup that high and elevated. Every once in a while, even though it's a changeup, very difficult to make contact upstairs. We've seen some pitchers of late try to go upstairs and get Cole Calhoun to expand the strike zone. Great batting average in the month of May for Trout. 368.
Trout 0 for 1 with the fielder's choice. Came right after with a fastball. 1-2. Pujols on deck. There's another one, 96.
He's got a good live arm. There's no doubting that. Again, when he elevates his fastball, especially that belt high range, becomes hittable.
Two. Breaking ball. Full count.
Almost seems, Victor, like his arm angle on his slider is a little bit lower. And Trout really tracked that one very well.
Ground ball toward short. Ran that fastball in on the hands again. The second time he's done that to Trout. 2 outs.
Now that pitch, very effective. Even if you know a fastball is coming with that type of movement and that velocity behind it, it's still difficult to bring your hands in and square that one up.
Albert worked a walk in the first, the only free pass issued by Wright. Two balls, 1 strike. Wright clearly frustrated with himself, unable to get that breaking pitch over for a strike.
And what he's been able to do, though, after he's missed with his breaking the home run, a fastball in. Looks like he's going back inside again with his fastball.
There's a strike. Full count. Caught the inside part of the plate.
Pretty good pitch. It barely gets the inside corner. And according to our Fox tracks, it gets enough of that to be called a strike.
Three, 2. Now Albert goes down swinging in a 1-2-3 inning for Wright. 3 in the books. It's 4-1 Baltimore. Officially announcing finally, because it's been rumored for a while, Tim Lincecum signing a one-year deal with the Angels, and obviously you know what he's done. His resume in the World Series with the San Francisco Giants and the 2 Cy Young Awards. They're saying about 3 weeks or thereabouts before he's ready to go. He's been working out and throwing bullpen, so the pitch count's already up there. It's just kind of getting some live work. He's going to Arizona first, I believe.
That's a great pickup. Just talking to Weaver and Houston Street, a bunch of those guys. Anytime you see a guy who's had success in the postseason like Lincecum has, you'd love to have him on your team.
A lot of folks maybe coming up with the comments of if the Giants didn't want him, then what else does he have left in the tank? It's like, if you're the Angels, have you seen the disabled list for the Angels? The need for starting pitching at this point?
And a winner.
Right. At worst, that you get is someone that's in the clubhouse that has been there at the highest level and achieved so much. Maybe some of the younger guys could pick something off of him to help him out.
2 career no-hitters to boot, along with those 2 Cy Youngs.
Nolan Reimold goes down swinging for out number 1.
And here's tonight's Cold Hard Facts, which is brought to you by Clean Crisp, Coors Light. Speaking of ex-Cy Young Award winners, now on the staff with the Angels, 5. As a matter of fact, Mike Cuellar, Zach Greinke, your buddy, Jack McDowell, Bob Turley, and Fernando Valenzuela.
My buddy.
Your buddy.
Yeah. Good old number 23 for the Royals one time.
Paybacks, buddy.
For 3 years, though.
Not that you're hanging on to that or anything. There you go. This one's hit out toward left center field. Trout moving over. And he'll put it away for round number 2. 2 outs. And the top of the order coming up, Joey Rickard, the right fielder. 1 for 2 with a home run and a fly ball deep left center field, tracked down by Trout.
He's hit the ball hard twice.
Yeah. Doesn't look like an overwhelmed Rule 5 selection.
Yeah, and the thing I'm impressed with is his patience at the plate. Usually when you're a young hitter, you're just looking a first pitch fastball early on to do some damage, and then you'll start chasing.
Foul back. No balls and 2 strikes.
There's 4.36 pitches per plate appearance. Most by any rookie since 2007. That was Reggie Willits.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 2007 for the Angels. Again, going back to that year, Reggie Willits, after all those injuries that that club sustained, really did some quality things for the Angels that year in 2007.
Fastball, and it's bounced foul. 1 and 2. 4 hits for the Orioles, 3 have left the building. Rickard, Machado back-to-back in the first. Trumbo, 2-run blast on an 0-2 pitch in the third. Ground ball to short. Petit. Get rid of it quickly. Low throw. Cron digs it out. Nice play by CJ. And a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Moore. And that's the first time that the Angels have sat the Orioles down in order. We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Angels down 4-1. dedicated Subaru loves to care, their commitment to a healthier community. And by El Pollo Loco, try the new double chicken salads today. Baltimore's up 4-1 as we begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Halos sending up Crone, Giavatello, and Ortega here against Mike Wright. First one in for a strike. Right, a couple of strikeouts, one walk. Retired to sign in order in the third. First time he's done that. Ground ball slowly hit towards short. Machado with the bare hand. He's done that oh so often as a third baseman. He gets the first down here in the fourth.
Oh, he's so talented, so athletic to be able to come in and make that play look rather easily, too. Hand underneath the baseball to be able to scoop it up, and then in that one throwing motion to be able to throw it over at the same time to get Crone at first base. He is definitely one of the best players in the game. When you talk about talented players that can play a very demanding position well also.
Giavatello grounded out in his first at bat is 0 for 1. The ground ball to short. Pulls that one foul. This one's out toward right. Rickard moving over. Will make the catch. 2 down. Every fan matters, and the Angels take on the Tigers Tuesday, May 31st, 7:05 start. Fans in attendance will receive a stylish, weathered baseball cap courtesy of Fox Sports West while supplies last. Visit angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today.
A stylish weathered hat.
Huh.
Like
weathered. Like you and I?
Yes, I'm to say. So does that mean we're stylish because we're weathered now?
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Something. There's Ortega, who doubled down the left field line in his first at bat and scored the lone Angel run. Seventh straight retired by Wright since that double. Back up the middle. Oh, nice play by Wright as he gloves it at the last second. And the Angels, second straight inning, go down in order for the book. Still 4-1 Baltimore. Diamondbacks taking on the Cardinals in a game you can only see on FS1. Then on Fox, it's the return of Baseball Night in America, featuring two of the best teams in baseball as the Cubs take on the Giants. It's all tomorrow on FS1 at Fox, or watch it live on Fox Sports Go. Don't forget, tomorrow night is a 7:05 start. Angels Live will kick things off at 6:30 because it is the return of Baseball Night in America.
That should be a real good series. Chicago leading the game tonight against the Giants. Giants have been red hot. 8-game winning streak.
Machado, Jones, and Davis for the Orioles here in the 5th. 2, 3, and 4. Machado with a home run in the 1st, a walk, and a run scored in the 3rd. He has scored twice tonight. Slider for a strike. Mike Morin has gone an inning in the 3rd so far. 16 pitches thrown. Having to piece this one together with Santiago being ejected in the 3rd inning. Machado pulls this one through the left side, and it's a base hit. He's on board for the 3rd time tonight. In case you thought we were joking when we opened the show saying that Baltimore can swing the bats, we weren't joking.
No. They're pretty deep, 1 through 9. Good power. Again, they don't run a whole lot. Only 5 stolen bases the entire season. They caught 5 times.
Adam Jones 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop-up. May have been sitting off speed.
And one thing about Mike Morin, though, even though very manageable pitch count, it's the up and down. This is the 3rd time now. Came in to finish off the 3rd, pitched the 4th, now in the 5th. You don't see him do that a whole lot, so that's why you see some movement down in the bullpen for the Angels.
Cam Bedrosian be the next up. Good lead from Machado at first base. 1-1 count on Adam Jones. Davis on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike. 5 hits for Baltimore, 3 for the Angels. Two. Machado opening up this 5th with a base hit.
Trying to make sure you keep an eye on Machado, even though he has no stolen base, been caught 3 times. He does have pretty good speed, has stolen some bases in his career. Last season, as a matter of fact, 20 stolen bases, was caught 8 times. This is old school Baltimore Oriole offense.
Change up, and that's out toward left, off the end of the bat. Ortega will make the ground for the first out. Machado back to first, and here comes Chris Davis. Davis, the first baseman, struck out looking in the first and a fly ball to right in the third inning. Fastball just off the plate. Good off speed. It's 1-1. That's the Orioles opening up the game with back-to-back home runs. Record of Machado is just the 4th time in franchise history that the Angels have allowed the opponent to hit home runs back-to-back to start a game. Did it last year as well. This was grounded over the first foul, 1-2. May 3rd in San Francisco. Nori Aoki and Joe Panik. It's against Jared Weaver, right? If I remember correctly. Prior to that, it was in 06 against Seattle, Ichiro and Chris Snelling. And the first time it happened was in '96 against the Brewers. Jeff Cirillo and Pat Listash.
Pat Listash.
Is he in your book?
No, but he was a Rookie of the Year, as I recall.
Yeah. Breaking ball, missed outside.
It's one thing about pitchers. You do remember who hit home runs against you.
Tim Lincecum got the start against Weaver in that game last year. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Light wave is going on now. Starting up. Trying to get something going for the Angels. Get out of this 5th inning and get the offense going. Mike Wright is settled in after the double by Carlos Perez, who's retired 8 straight. Off the plate, full count. Hear a lot of grumbling, but those pitches are off the plate.
It's a pretty good take, actually. It was close enough you would think you would go after that pitch. .328 on base percentage as a team for Baltimore. Gotta believe he's going to be going here, Machado.
It's the 9th time this year that the Orioles have hit 3 or more home runs in a game. 7-1 in the first such games. Still just a 4-1 Orioles lead. Machado doesn't go, and the fastball is a called strike. 3 down goes Davis, 2 outs.
And twice Davis has been called out on 3rd strikes. A perfect pitch right here. Pitcher's pitch right on the outside corner. Paints the corner. This touches that outside part of the corner in our Fox track.
That's going to be it for Mike Bourn. 29 pitches, and Scioscia will make the move. A pitching change here in the 5th. 4-1 Orioles.
Sports West is brought to you by Infinity. Visit your local Southern California Infinity retailer for a test drive today. And by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org.
2 outs here in the 5th inning. Halos down 4-1. Cam Bedrosian takes over for Mike Moore with a man at first base. Starting to out. Who's in, who's out. Bedrosian pitched Wednesday through a total of 14 pitches. And so far in the season, he's 1-0 with a .82 ERA. This will be his 14th big league game. 15 strikeouts, 4 walks in 11 innings.
His fastball's been firm, 93 to 96. His breaking ball, though, has been very good as far as getting ahead with it. Change up also.
Trumbo swinging first pitch, grounds one over to Petit. They'll go the short way, force out Machado, and a third down is recorded. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 8-9-1 coming up for the Angels, down 4-1. Remind you this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Mike Wright's retired 8 straight. He's thrown just 56 pitches in his 4 innings of work. 3 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Fastball low. Perez doubled into the left field corner of the 2nd. His 5th double of the year, picking up an RBI, his 7th. And just going back-to-back doubles with 1 out of the 2nd to score their only run.
Starting to heat up a bit now for Carlos. And when he's starting to hit the ball to the middle, to other way, they can still turn on pitches on the inner half. That's a pretty good swing, thinking in terms of hitting the ball to right center field.
Outfield for the Orioles, shallow all the way around. Jones probably plays one of the shallowest center fields in baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two. Lined and gloved by Giannis for the out. Well struck by Perez, but a nice play by Giannis, the third baseman.
Again, that swing's getting better and better. That's all you can do is have a good swing at that baseball. That's exactly what Perez did, and Giannis made a nice play on that one. Put that in the heel of the glove and keep it in. That's how quick you have to be. That reactionary position, especially with a little top hand spin on it.
Popped up, third base side. Giannis into foul territory. Has a play on it. 2 outs.
Well, that pop-up had some height to it.
So Petit's 0 for 2. And we'll go back to the top of the order now with Escobar, also 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Get over breaking ball for a strike. There's a fastball.
Well, this is slightly different arm angle he has for his fastballs compared to his slider. Again, one of those modified stretch full windups we're seeing a lot in baseball from starting pitchers.
1 ball, 2 strikes. See the frustrated look on Escobar's face. Looking for something out over the plate. Right, running that fastball in on the hands.
He definitely has better life as this game has progressed on his fastball with movement. 96. Pretty much consistently. 66 pitches, 42 of them strikes.
It's the same exact spot of that foul ball. Count still at 1-2. Other scores in the American League West: Texas defeating Houston 2-1 down at Minute Maid Park. Oakland trailing the Yankees at the Coliseum 6-1. That game's in the bottom of the 6th.
Josh Reddick hurt now for Oakland.
Broke his thumb? Something to do with his thumb.
His thumb, yes. He said anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks with him.
Seattle defeated Cincinnati 8-3.
They were behind in that game 3-1 late. That Cincinnati bullpen has blown a lot of leads late.
See the Reds later on this year. They'll come here.
I'm sure the hitters would have loved to go into that ballpark. A hitter's yard for sure.
Not like it was on opening day a couple of years ago. This one's bounced out.
About 30 degrees for a high.
Calhoun on deck. Another payoff to Escobar. And he works the walk.
That's good at bat.
Second walk issued by Wright. They'll put a man on for the Angels. First one since the second inning. Cole 1 for 2. Doubled. Fan interference in the first inning. Strikeout in the third. Wright still featuring exactly what featured in his big league debut against the Angels last May. That start, we mentioned earlier, went 7 1/3, striking out 6. Still a career high for him in strikeouts in a game 6. Matched it last start against the Tigers. That is driven out toward right center field. Towering shot. Adam Jones racing back and at the wall will make the catch. The lead, maybe not necessary. But Cole just got underneath that one. That'll do it for the Angels here in the fifth.
Boy, off the bat, it looked like it had a shot at getting out. Goff.
Trailing 4-1 as we head into the 6th inning, and make sure you stick around after the game for an all-new episode of Angels Weekly. I'm Alex Curran. We spend the afternoon with Albert Pujols at a celebrity golf classic where he witnessed the impossible twice, 2 hole-in-ones, and we caught it all on tape, so don't miss it after the game. Victor?
Thanks a lot, Alex. Here in the 6th inning, it'll be Wieters, Schoop, and Reimold. Cam Bedrosian threw 1 pitch to finish off the 5th inning, getting Trumbull to hit into a fielder's choice. This one blind to center, the leadoff single for Wieters. Second hit of the night. 6th 4-ball in the 1.
Baseman, number 6, Jonathan Schoop.
And they were very aggressive. Also stayed back pretty good on off-speed pitches. Even that last out, last inning for Trumbo, a high breaking ball, hit that one hard. It was a nice play by Petit to get the force out at second.
Schoop, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Strike out and a fly ball to left. Mike Morin, by the way, went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 2, and the rest zeros. Santiago ejected in the 3rd inning. Lasted just 2 2/3. Gave up 4 runs on 3 hits. All 3 home runs. This one shot foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Johnny has to retrieve this one. What a 2.
Good breaking ball right here from Cam. Should be able to get a swing and miss. They're going to aim with the fastball though.
Very short lead for Wieters. 2-2, chopper back up the middle. That'll sneak through for a single. So first two have reached here in the sixth. And up springs Nolan Reimold.
But with a fastball once again, a ground ball right back up the middle. Never put your hand up there if you're watching at home. If you're a youngster, to put that bare hand, your pitching hand, have a chance to be able to reach back with your glove to make that play.
Reimold, the left fielder, 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up.
Reimold's grounded into 3 double plays. Grozier could use that now.
There's one. They go to second for 2, and I thought they were going to try to go to first base. Reimold gets down the line too quickly. They get the double play.
Third baseman, number 15, Paul Ivanovic.
Yeah, everything has to go perfectly to be able to get a triple play on that ground ball right at it. It's still too far away from the base. And Reimold runs well. Still a good decision. A double play.
Two outs and a man at first. Janis, the third baseman, a walk and a fly ball to center field. Halos in the bottom of the sixth have Trout, Pujols, and Cron coming up, trying to figure out Mike Wright. Ground ball toward the hole. Petit goes to the backhand, goes on to first. Low throw, Cron's got it. Nice play by Gregorio Petit.
He's got a special throwing arm and another great scoop by C.J. Cron at first base. That is a long throw across the diamond in the outfield grass. The quick transfer, the throw, and the scoop to finish off the inning.
Sports West is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. On a mission to save you money. Log on to MercuryInsurance.com today to get a fast free quote and see how much you could save. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Orioles up 4-1. Bottom of the sixth inning. Mike Trout to lead things off for the Angels. Mike Wright with a couple of strikeouts, 2 walks, and just 3 hits allowed. All 3 hits, though, doubles. Just don't have much to show for it other than the 1 run that occurred back in the second inning. 1 base runner since the double by Perez. That was the walk to Escobar with 2 outs in the 5th. Trout 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a ground out. 73 pitches for the right-hander. Trout jumping on that first pitch fastball.
Yeah, doesn't swing at the first pitch often, but he's guessing along with Wright. Got a fastball out over the plate. Had a good swing at it. 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
This one's out toward right, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Boy, Rickard holding up the wall in right field. He was playing deep.
Extremely deep. Off the bat, thought it might be able to drift out for him to run it down. The Hyundai key for this game against Wright, going with Stitches. Talk about the reading the rotation of the two-seam fastballs compared to his slider. That's going to be very important to be able to get some good swings here before we go into the bullpen of Baltimore.
First one to Albert. Breaking ball down and away.
And looking at the hitters against Wright, they almost can see a little bit of a difference in the arm angle from Wright's fastballs compared to slider. They have not chased his slider, especially when they can see it's going to be the outer part of the plate, letting it go, it's going to be a ball.
Albert fouls it back. 0 for 1 tonight. Strikeout and a walk.
Well, generally, when someone throws up and in on Albert, the very next pitch goes a long way. Runs that fastball up and in. Backs up Albert.
Jammed him.
He's got real good action when he goes inside with his fastball. Out over the plate, hittable. Inside against right-handed batters. Right-handed batters hitting 203 this year. Lefties, 371 coming into the game.
Next home run for Albert will tie the 12th all-time with Rafi Palmeiro at 569. Trying to lead off single. 2-2 to Pujols. It's fouled back at Hack.
That time he was on it. That was out over the plate. Imagine coming right back inside with the fastball. There's 80 pitches thrown for Wright, 50 strikes.
Off speed. Haven't seen many of those tonight. Saw a couple early on. A full count.
Slowed down his arm enough where you can track that as a hitter, especially as good a hitter as Albert is.
Crone's on deck. Here's the payoff. Trout takes off and it's ball 4. So a leadoff single, now a walk. The third free pass issued by Wright. It'll bring up the tying run to the plate.
Well, surprising with Trout going because Wright is extremely quick to the plate. He has not allowed a stolen base. Trusting that Albert was either going to have a good eye or make contact. No stolen base against his times to the plate. 1-1-5. The average around 1-3. Big moment here for C.J. Cron. He's been very good with runners in scoring position this season.
First one to Cron. Fouled off to the right.
Fastball away. Mentioned that batting average for C.J. Cron with runners in scoring position. 349. 6th best in the majors.
Action in the Orioles bullpen with right now at 83 pitches. CJ 0 for 2 with a couple of ground downs. Trout at second, Pujols at first. Nobody out. 1-1. Michael Gibbons, first man up for the Orioles.
Well, that pitch right there is the pitch he can get that ground ball double play. As a hitter, you got to avoid that. He's got 5 ground ball double plays turned behind him this season, running that 2-seamer in. You have to lay off that pitch as a right-handed batter.
Big lead for Trout at second. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike.
Look for patterns. Fastball away, generally will follow up with a fastball in.
That's 3-1.
Taking a long time walking around the mound right now. 7 3-ball counts for Wright in this game. And if you're CJ Cron, don't help him out. Look for a pitch to drive.
Trout led off the inning with a base hit to right, and Albert worked a walk. The 3-1. That's a strike on the corner. Full count.
And this is a fastball 94 right on the outside corner. Not any movement whatsoever by Wieters. Nice job as far as framing that. It was in the strike zone according to our Fox tracks.
Couple of looks back, 3-2, and he goes down swinging, 1 out.
This went right after with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. A lot of the plate pulled off on that one though. CJ Cron thinking fastball inside maybe.
1 out, 2 on. Here's Giavotella. Halos now 1 for 6 with men in scoring position tonight. Johnny, a ground out and a fly ball to right. Runner out, 0-1.
That's that nasty 2-seamer inside. He's got that 4-seam fastball working also. Riding that 8-game hit streak. Could use a base hit right now.
This would be the time to do it because that bullpen for the Orioles is very good. Best ERA in the American League. 0-1. Breaking pitch, line to right center. That'll fall in for a base hit. Trout, a little bit of a late start, is being waved in. He'll score easily. It's a 4-2 Orioles lead. Giavotella extends his hitting streak and picks up his 12th RBI.
You too big!
It's an elevated slider. Base hit in the right center field. That's what we've seen a lot of late in this 9-game hit streak. Staying back on the baseball, the level swing, looking to go middle to middle away on it. And another RBI single for Giavotella, 12 RBI on the season.
Dave Wallace, a pitching coach, coming out.
And the thing about Johnny Giavotella, it doesn't seem like he enjoys the game at all, does he?
Yeah.
Looked like he was
7 every night.
It looked like he was already saying, okay, this is what my bobblehead may look like. He was moving his head around.
Givens ready to go in the bullpen for the Orioles.
See, that's why he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars. He's moving a little bit and grooving.
Rafael Ortega 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored. One and 0. Giannis not even with the bag at third base, toward the line. Pujols, the base runner at second. Giavotella at first. 4-2 Orioles. We're in the 6th inning. 1 out.
We'll take it 5 for 8 with runners in scoring position this season. Could be the last batter of the game for Wright.
And again, the outfield, all 3 outfielders very shallow with Ortega at the plate. Here comes the 1-0. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Still good life on the fastball. Command a little shaky this inning. Not by much, though.
No,
but
he hasn't missed by a lot.
Yeah.
55 strikes in his 92 pitches.
Two-0. Change-up in for a strike.
Showalter's done such a great job with this Baltimore team.
Change-up, fouled back, so back-to-back change-ups.
Yeah, and he's gotten away with a couple of those change-ups upstairs. Nice play in the stands.
Very happy fan who brought the glove.
As they used to say in Baltimore, give that fan a contract.
Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. Davis has it to the backhand. He fires it to second. Hits Giavotella right in the back, maybe the elbow.
Tell you what, that's got to hurt. He absolutely fired that ball to second.
Everybody is safe.
Fields that on the backhand. Turns the throw, and he got a lot on this throw, right on that upper part of the back between the tricep, the back. Wow, he fired that baseball.
Buck Showalter's coming out at a quick pace. He's got the hook with him. Mike Wright will depart. A pitching change as the Angels have the bases loaded. The Angels back in the game courtesy of the hit streak by Johnny Giavotella.
And some energy back here at the Big A is Johnny Giavotella, another base hit, and Weaver and Johnny G having some fun, dancing around.
As Michael Givens takes over on the mound, he'll face Carlos Perez. Givens, one-time second-round pick by the Orioles in 2009 out of high school in Florida as a shortstop, was converted to pitching in 2013. Got to the big leagues last year. 22 games, went 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA, and he's pitching in his 16th game this season. Pujols at third, Giavotella at second, Ortega at first. A 4-2 Orioles lead here in the 6th. First one on the way. Carlos takes a strike. A 3/4 side slinger. And as a former shortstop, you know he's got a good arm. One ball, one strike. Mentioned this bullpen for Baltimore. 10-3 and a 2.56 ERA. Infield back looking for the double play ball. The 1-1. That is.
He looked like he wanted to call that one. That was a nasty pitch.
That is a strike. It's not called a strike, and it's 2-1 instead of 1-2.
See this lower part of the strike zone, the angle he throws at. Looked like he wanted to call it, did not. His fastball is about 92, 96. Slider, changeup.
That's out toward left center field. Not very deep. Should be deep enough to score Albert, though. Jones with the catch. Here comes Albert. And all of a sudden, the Angels are now down by a run. It's 4-3 Orioles. Sac fly by Carlos Perez.
And another good at bat by Carlos. Had a double his first, line out the third, and now a sac fly, bringing the Angels closer.
Two RBI game for Carlos. 2 on, 2 outs now, and here's Petit. Finished off the top half of this inning with a terrific play to get Paul Yanish at first base. There's the first one. Slider for a strike. Petit 0 for 2. Ground ball to third and a pop-up to third. Giavotella at second. He's the tying run. Trail runner Ortega at first base. Good speed on the bases for the Angels. Slider away. Double barrel action going for the Angels in their bullpen. The right-hander A.J. Ochter, the lefty Jose Alvarez. The Trojans work an inning and a third. Two and one.
3 sliders in a row. Petit sitting on a fastball.
Two on. Got the fastball, cuts right through it at 95. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Orioles in the 7th will have the top of the order coming up. Halos have scored twice here in the 6th.
One of the batters,
7th man to bat.
159 against Gibbons.
2-2 pitch. Foul back off the mask.
Now that was a mistake. That was a pitch he had a pretty good hack at. Feet on that, off the mask, Wieters.
Two again. Fastball fouled back. Top of the order, Escobar on deck. Fastball away, full count.
He doesn't miss by a lot when he throws that fastball away.
Base runners will get a head start here with a full count of 2 outs. Runners go, 3-2. Slider, and that's a little flare out to right field. Schoop is not going to get there. We are tied up. Going to second. It's Petit. Talk about throwing the bat at the ball, and it's a 4-4 tie.
Hey, that's just trying to make contact, and that was a serious nature boy, Ric Flair. And all Wright can do now is walk around hoping he doesn't get the loss now, potentially the loss. And it's a nasty pitch. As a pitcher, that's all you can do. Just throwing the bat at it. Playing a little cricket.
Yunel Escobar will bat with runners at second and third. Yunel 0 for 2, 2 walks. Pardon me, 1 walk, 2 ground outs. Slider away. Talk about a perfectly placed lob wedge between Schoop and Rickard. Petit with the second RBI. Escobar cuts through the slider. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
As a starting pitcher, all you can do is hope somehow get through it. It'll be in a tie game. Again, the Angels coming back. Big hit by Johnny Giavotella.
There's the 1-2. Fouled off.
That's back-to-back foul balls going the exact same spot. This time the play is made. Some high fives.
Ground ball gloved by Gibbons. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels strike for 3 as they send 8 men to the play. Way to the 7th. Brand new game. It's all tied up at 4.
The Rally Cat once again. And now it's time for the T-Mobile greater coverage of baseball. Big games in the American League. Texas beats Houston 2-1. Colby Lewis now 3-0. Kansas City continues to play well against the White Sox. Win that one 4-1. And the Cubs leading San Francisco Giants 5-1. Division leaders going at it. Take a look at a game break. Jason Hayward, the Gold Glove winner last year, making a play here for Jake Arrieta on the mound. Look how far he's going. Right at that 429 sign. And then he slams into the wall. Hurts himself. Hopefully going to be okay. But what a play by the Gold Glove winner.
Jose Alvarez taking over on the mound here in the 7th inning. Third reliever used by Mike Scioscia since Hector Santiago was ejected in the 3rd. Top of the order. Off speed. Up and away. Alvarez last night threw a total of 15 pitches. Worked an inning in 2/3 and had 1 strikeout. Rickard, the right fielder, 1 for 3. Homering in the 1st to open up the ball game. His 4th home run of the season. 10 RBIs now. Chopper down the line, foul. 1-2. Bedrosian won an inning in the third. Gave up 2 hits and nothing else. Santiago with the Angels tying it up in the 6th inning. Spitting the hook, as they say. He's no longer on the hook.
The fastball, and you would think at this point, Alvarez, who has a good changeup, run that changeup down and away. Even think in terms of bouncing it off the outside corner. And that's a perfect changeup right there. See him out in front. See able to foul that one out of play though.
Missing low with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on for Baltimore. The Angels with 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 6 left on. 2-2, foul at the plate. Off speed, got him looking. Down goes Rickard, 1 down. Good changeup away.
And I thought that would be the perfect pitch, especially so quick on a fastball. Spotted it perfectly. Looks like a fastball, changeup away on the corner.
So 1 out. And here's Manny Machado, who's been on board all 3 times with a home run, a walk, and a single. He scored 2 runs. Jose wants to do baseball. Three-game series this weekend against Baltimore. The Angels will play at Camden Yards to finish up the proverbial first half. Last 3 games prior to the All-Star break. 1-1. On Sunday, the Angels will jump on the bird and head to North Texas, take on the Texas Rangers beginning on Monday night. Matt Shoemaker tomorrow night. Sorry, Gooby. 2-1 count.
So far, he's got a pretty good feel for his changeup. Fastball in, changeup away, fastball back in, and then changeup away.
Three and 1.
Now when he got a little bit too quick, that front shoulder opened up, elbow drags, elevates the changeup.
Adam Jones on deck. 1 out here in the 7th. 4-4 game. Full count. Machado still just 23 years of age. Talented player. Payoff pitch. chops this one to third. Escobar has it. Goes across the diamond, and a bad throw pulls Cron off the bag, and that'll be an error on Escobar. That'll be his 8th error of the season. What should have been out number 2.
It seems like whenever Escobar has some time, he'll drop that elbow and elevate and runs it right in at the runner going down the line, and Cron unable to catch that and apply the tag. His strong throwing arm, he had some time. Rush the throw, and then it's up the line.
Seen that a number of times this year. Albert has saved him a couple of times. Cron has saved him a couple of times.
And C.J. Cron's made some real good plays at first base on some low throws.
Man at first, 1 out. Here's Adam Jones, the center fielder. He will look at a strike. Jones tonight, a walk, a pop-up, and a fly ball to left. Nice pitch down and in.
Adam Jones has rolled into 8 double plays.
Oh, 2 count. Very short lead for Machado at first. 1-2. Buck Showalter does not like to give up outs. That's why they don't run a whole lot. Not a whole lot of team speed on this team. They also don't sacrifice. They have 1 sacrifice on the season. And talking to the broadcasters, they feel like that sacrifice was on his own. Not coming from the bench as Jones goes down, swinging 2 down.
When you talk about Moneyball from that Oakland team, this is true Moneyball as far as this Baltimore club. Look for the home run ball, on base percentage. Do not bunt. Do not steal bases. Do not give up outs.
And it's the Rule 5 pick that's got the sacrifice bunt. So 2 outs. Machado still at first. Here's Chris Davis. Giavotella out in shallow right field.
Little odd defense. You have Giavotella. He's out in that outfield grass, yet you don't have Petit over on that second base side. You got Giavotella right here, but you also have Petit over in this spot. So a lot of room still on that right side of the infield.
Johnny's almost in Tustin. 0-1. One ball, 1 strike. Davis tonight 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts, looking at a fly ball to right field. The Angels, at the bottom of the 7th, have Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming up. Looks like Gibbons will come back out. That's driven out to left field. That's hit well. Moving back on it is Ortega. He's at the walk, and that is gone. A home run. A 2-run shot by Chris Davis the opposite way, and the Orioles are back on top 6-4.
That's impressive power going the other way on a cool night. 10th home run. It was elevated though, and he stayed back on it well. How strong he is to be able to hit that ball that far the other way. Just over the glove of Ortega.
Like Rafi just mistimed the jump, although
he had to go a long way.
And that ball's hit on the line.
If he can get back there in time, maybe. But he's still running on a full sprint to get back to the wall.
So the Halos back down 2.
You see how far he's got to go to try to get back at the wall. That 390 sign leaping up. Just over the glove.
The second 2-out home run allowed by an Angels pitcher tonight. So it is 6-4 Baltimore. That's the 4th home run they've hit tonight. Davis hits his 10th, and now with 27 runs batted in. Big error by Yunel Escobar. Standing out like a sore thumb. Trumbo 1 for 3. Had the 2 RBIs on his home run in the 3rd inning, his 13th of the season. One pitch. 1-2. The Angels will play from behind once again. It's the 2nd home run that Alvarez has allowed this year. Come back into the mound. Orioles are done here in the 7th, but Chris Davis's 10th home run of the season puts the O's back up on top 6-4. Winner-take-all fight for $1 million in the NASCAR Sprint Cup All-Star Race at 5:30 p.m. only on FS1, or watch it on Fox Sports Go. Michael Gibbons back out of the bump. He finished off the 6th inning, and he does so with a 6-4 lead. He's now the pitcher of record for the Orioles. They'll face Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's amazing how strong Chris Davis is. Wow. Nice play. The booth.
Yeah, the PA booth. One-handed grab.
Wow. This nonchalant play.
Cole tonight 1 for 3 with a double.
Well, remember last year we were watching Chris Davis at Camden Yards taking soft toss and hitting baseballs out to left center field. How strong he was to be able to generate that type of power. Certainly needed it there and put it on display.
Two balls and a strike. The Angels are going to need some late inning heroics once again. They've been able to do it over the last week plus. Two one. Cole hits one out to left field. Playable for Reimold. One away.
Number 27.
Trout 1 for 3 games. Singleton scored in the 6th. Wright, by the way, went 5 1/3 tonight. 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. 4 runs all earned. Actually 4 runs, 2 earned because of that error on the throw from Chris Davis that smoked Giavatello in the back. 2 balls, no strikes. Another sidewinder getting ready for Baltimore in their bullpen. Darren O'Day is up and loosening now. 2-0. Trout takes a strike, 2-1. Ground ball, left side. Giannis goes into a dive, gets up. Boy, strong throwing arm. Throws out Trout for out number 2.
That's an impressive play, especially when you have to leave your feet on a ground ball with Trout running down the line. Giannis, an outstanding play. Showing some good range on the dive and how quickly he gets up to fire that ball over the first base to get Trout. Very good range, even better quickness. Strong throwing arm. Made some nice plays tonight.
Base is clear for Albert. Takes low. Pujols 0 for 1, a strikeout and a couple of walks.
Baltimore with the shift on as far as shifts. 256 coming in the game, which is the 14th most in baseball.
Gibbons ready. Now the 1-2 to Albert. It'll flare out to shallow left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. So a 2-out single will bring the tying run to the plate at C.J. Cron. Every moment matters. Join us for Family Sunday presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink on May 29th as the Angels take on the Astros at 12:35. Visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities. And after the game, kids in attendance get to run the bases. Visit Angels.com to get your tickets today. Pitching change. Gibbons is done. O'Day coming on. It's a 6-4 Orioles lead.
O'Day coming in his 18th game, 2-1 mark, ERA 3.00. He's got 2 saves. Former Angel made his debut back in 2008 with the Angels. Fastball 84 to 88 and a slider, occasional changeup.
He's given up 3 home runs, which is unusual for him because it's such a sinker ball and it keeps the ball down for the most part, but he can make a mistake. Albert at first, Cron at the plate. CJ chasing a pitch that was up, and it's no balls and a strike. Cron tonight 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a strikeout.
Darren O'Day against his former team, 2-0 record with a 3.21 ERA. He's given up 5 home runs in 28 innings pitched against the Angels.
Seven in the book, 6-4 Baltimore.
A.J. Ochter coming on for the Angels, who currently trailed the Orioles 6-4 on Patrick O'Neill. Friendly reminder to stick around after the game for Angels Live. I'll be joined by Tim Salmon and Jose Mota. Alex Curry with the interviews. We certainly have seen a bit of everything so far in this game. Certainly too many Orioles home runs, but I'm optimistic that our show is yet to be written, and the Angels have something in store for the Orioles down the stretch. So again, Angels Live after this one. Back inside we go to Victor and Mark.
Nice a lot, Patrick, who's channeling his inner Regis Philbin there with the monochromatic look. Like it. Digging it, man.
That is a good look.
Yeah, it is. A.J. Ochter pitching in his 7th game. No record of 2.89 ERA. Ochter.
Hey, anytime you get a Regis Philbin reference in there,
why not,
that's
right?
solid.
Ochter worked Wednesday's game through a total of 16 pitches in that one. Matt Wieters lead things off. He'll bounce the first one foul. Wieters, Scope, and Reimold here in the 8th inning. Jose Alvarez went 1 inning, gave up the hit, and that was the home run to Chris Davis with 2 outs and 2 strikeouts in the inning. Charged with 2 runs.
Good change up there from Ochter. He's got a good power sinker. Important to be able to throw that pitch along with his slider.
Little flare out to center field and turned about as fair play. The Angels have had a couple of those tonight. Wieters reaching out for his 3rd hit. He's on board to lead off the 8th.
And really, there's nothing you can do about that as a pitcher. That's a perfect spot. You want to get a hitter to swing at that pitch. It's down, it's away.
Schoop 1 for 3. Single in the 6th. Fouling out of play. One ball, one strike. Yankees ended up finishing off the Oakland Athletics 8-3. So Texas won, Seattle won. Houston and Oakland have lost. The Angels trailing here in the 8th, 6-4. 1-2. Boston lost tonight 4-2 to Cleveland at Fenway Park.
Cleveland is playing very good baseball.
Yeah.
A lot of it without Michael Brantley. Carrasco's been out for a while. Their pitching has been very good.
One-two. Breaking pitch ripped down the line. That's headed toward the corner. Wieters on his way to third. Schoop on his way to second. It's a double. And the Orioles have something cooking here in the 8th. With runners at second and third and nobody out. Schoop with his 7th double of the season.
And this all-speed pitch middle of the plate and down. Slider that didn't have quite the break he was looking for. Achter. Schoop. Barrel of the bat and hooks that one right down the line for a double. A 7th. Of course, in the infield in now.
Reimel tonight 0 for 3. Lifts one out the left. Ortega getting behind it. Wieters tagging at third base. The throw from Rafi is offline. And it's a sac fly for Reimel to extend the Oriole lead to 7-4.
Getting quite as much as we've seen on the throw from Ortega. 4 outfield assists this season. Yeah, you can see the frustration for him. And that throw running up the third baseline.
So 7-4, man in scoring position. Paul Janich, the third baseman, up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
Good movement on that little two-seamer.
One ball, 2 strikes. Halos in the bottom of the 8th with Giavotella, Ortega, Perez coming up. Darren O'Day will be back out on the mound. Line to center, a base hit, trying to sneak a fastball on him. Schoop gets stopped at third. The throw comes all the way home. And that's the 3rd hit allowed by A.J. Achter in the 8th. Still 1 out.
That fastball is right down the heart of the plate.
Right fielder, number 23, Joey Rickard.
Top of the order now coming up. Joey Rickard, the right fielder, 1 for 4. Struck out looking his last time up.
For that double play to keep this as a 3-run deficit.
Sixteen pitches thrown by Octor, 12 for strikes. Single, double, sac fly, and a single. 1-1. Upstairs. Hector Santiago 2 2/3 tonight, 4 runs, 3 hits, all 3 home runs. Got ejected. Morin worked 2 innings, scoreless baseball. Bedrosian inning and a third of scoreless baseball. Alvarez 2 runs on the home run in the 1 inning. As on the move was Janish. He'll head back to first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And now Octor has allowed 1 here in the 8th. Two. This one's pulled into left field, a base hit. Scope will come in to score, and it's an 8-4 Orioles lead.
That slider flattened out over the plate for Octor.
Shortstop, number 13, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado at the plate. He's been on board 4 times, the last time on the air by Escobar. That was last inning. One and 0. "12 hits tonight for Baltimore. One pitch. Down to the chase. 2-1.
And Octor's been able to get ahead of the count with 2 strikes. This made some mistakes trying to finish off the hitters.
Souvenir. Sixth man to bat here in the 8th. 4-run deficit now for the Angels. Opening game of the 3-game set. First and second with 1 out. Really overthrown. Nice block by Carlos. 2-2. full count. Nobody warming up in the Angels pen. At this point, it's Ochter to soak up this inning, if not both innings. Machado shoots one out to the left, not very deep. Ortega comes in, puts it away, 2 outs. Here are the Honda probables for the weekend series. Matt Shoemaker on the mound tomorrow, then Jared Weaver, Gooby on Sunday.
You got Gossman going and Jimenez going on Sunday. Gossman has that power sinker himself. Shoemaker coming off a solid game last time out.
Jones hitless tonight. This one's right between the Hall of Famer Jim Palmer and Gary Thorne. I've never seen two fellows move any quicker than those two guys.
Speaking of quick as cats, they are quick. This line drive. Whoop.
John Reynolds again, the stage manager, throwing up that piece of paper. That might help.
That is the Shield. The old Agent of Shield paper.
No balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes here on Jones. What happened to JR when the Cardinals were in town? Jones lifts one out to right. Cole moving over, calling for it. And that'll do it for the Orioles. They add 2 here in the 8th. We will head to the bottom of the inning. Baltimore on top 8-4. Top bottom of the 8th inning. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every item market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. O'Day back out on the bump facing Johnny Giavitello. Angels down by 4. It'll be Giavitello, Ortega, and Perez here in the bottom of the 8th. Johnny 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 6th inning. Sends his hitting streak to 9 games. RBI for Giavottel in the 6th, his 12th of the season. 7 hits for the Angels, 12 for Baltimore. Of those 12, 4 home runs. Ground ball over to short.
Boy, does he have a strong arm. Mentioned two-time Gold Glove winner at third base. Former shortstop. He looks real comfortable in that position. 17 starts at shortstop, just 1 error so far this year for Machado.
Ortega tonight 1 for 3 with a double. Oh, 2. O'Day got the final out of the 7th inning. C.J. Cron on 3 pitches. So 8 pitches so far, 7 for strikes.
Been a big part of the success of this bullpen for the number of years for Baltimore.
Two balls, 1 strike. And with nobody warming up in the bullpen, Ochter will come back out for the 9th as expected. Chopper towards second. Schoop comes charging in. Quick transfer. Wow, what a play by Jonathan Schoop.
We've seen some real good plays by infielders for Baltimore throughout this game. I thought for sure once that got by the pitcher and O'Day, that's going to be a base hit. But Schoop, how quick he charges the baseball, the glove, and quick transfer, be able to get Ortega by that stride to first base.
It's a very good defensive ball club, having committed just 16 errors so far this year. They can mash, and they've got a very good bullpen. The rotation's been better than I think they expected.
.989 fielding percentage, second best in the American League. And it's on display here.
Yeah, remember they started the season 7-0. And have played good baseball since. 24-15 coming into play tonight.
And nobody was talking about Baltimore coming into the season.
Carlos lifts one out the left. Reimold comes in on it. We will head to the 9th inning with Baltimore on top 8-4.
the ninth. Chris Davis coming to the plate. Now let's take a look at the top tier play of the game. Brought to you by Arco. Chris Davis. The fastball away, drives it over that 390 sign to left center field. That's how strong he is to be able to hit a ball out that far the other way.
Davis, Trumbo, and Wieters here in the ninth against Octor. This is down low. Only hit of the night for Davis, that 2-run blast in the 7th against Jose Alvarez.
How big was that home run, too, for Davis? Consider the Angels that came back and tied the game up.
3-0. Leadoff walk. They'll bring up Trumbo, man on. Campbell tonight 1 for 4 with a 2-run blast in the 3rd. One and one. Off speed, bounce foul. 1-2 now. Piece of it. Trumbo's home run in the 3rd inning, 13th of the year.
4 home runs allowed by Angel pitching against Baltimore, given now the Angels with 56 on the season.
Down goes Trumbo for out number 1. First strikeout for Octor. He brings up Wieters. 3 hits tonight, 3 for 4, 3 singles and a run scored. Lift one out to left center field. Long run for Trout and Ortega. Ortega will make the catch on the warning track for out number 2.
Look how far he had to go to make that play, though. That is a long, long way. Center fielder playing left. Look how far he's got to go. That's a long distance to run that ball down. On the warning track in front of the wall.
This one down the right field line, but slicing foul. Scope tonight, a 2-for-4 game with a single and a double. No balls and 2 strikes. Halos in the ninth, have 9, 1 and 2 due up. Petit, Escobar, and Calhoun. Brad Brock loosening. O'Day's gone an inning in the third. Chopper over the mound. Giovitella has it, flips it to Petit. But they weren't going to get the out at second base. Infield singled. So 2 on now with 2 outs.
Ground ball right up the middle. And Giovitella trying to lead Petit towards the base, does not do so. Ends up being an infield hit.
Thirteenth of the night for Baltimore. And here's Nolan Rymel, the left fielder. Had a sac fly in the 8th. 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of games still being played in San Francisco. Cubs leading the Giants 7-1. San Diego, the Padres leading the Dodgers 5-4 in the 7th.
It's a game. Scott Kazmir walked 7 guys in that game for the Dodgers. And that's Jake Arrieta on the mound again for the Cubs, looking for another victory.
1-2. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. Coming in to score is Davis. On to third is Rymel, and it is 9-4 Baltimore.
Third baseman, number 15, Tom Long.
Rymel picks up his second RBI of the night, his 8th of the season. Hitting continues. 9th place hitter Paul Janisch coming up. Janisch a 1 for 3 game. He pulls this one over to third. Inning is over. 1 run comes in for the Orioles. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The Angels down 5. score of 9-4 in the opening game of this 3-game set against the Orioles. Brad Brach on in relief. He's pitching in his 18th game, 3-0 and a 1.29 ERA. 21 innings, 12 hits, and 24 strikeouts.
Another power arm out of the bullpen for Baltimore. 92 to 97 range. Slider, changeup.
Just 6 walks on the year for Brach. 62 games last year out of the bullpen for him. He was 5-3 with a 2.72. Originally a 42nd round pick in 2008 by the San Diego Padres. They don't even have 42 rounds anymore.
You think about it, with an arm like this, it's amazing he fell that far. It's a pretty sharp slider also.
Out of Monmouth University, that's in New Jersey. Petit tonight 1 for 3. Cuts through the high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matt Shoemaker on the mound for the Angels tomorrow night. Remember, that's a 7:05 start. 6:30 Angels Live pregame show. Petit lines one, and Giannis yet again. He's had a nice game tonight at third base. 1 out.
Covered some serious ground this entire infield. We talked about it earlier. They made some outstanding plays. So that's the reason why you see their fielding percentage so high at this point. Again, this is definitely old school Baltimore. Power lineup, great defense.
Escobar tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. Angels came back in the 6th inning, down 4-1, scored 3 times and tied the score at 4. But a 2-out, 2-run home run by Chris Davis put the Orioles back in the lead in the 7th. Added 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th. Two balls, 1 strike. Three and 1.
Well, they have some pitchers with some heavy sink on their fastballs. There's one right tonight. You'll see it tomorrow with Gossman.
Full count. I have Gibbons as the pitcher of record for the Orioles, Alvarez for the Angels. Gibbons finished off the 6th inning. And at the top of the 7th, the Orioles were back on top. Full count with 1 out. Cole on deck. And he works the walk. Borderline pitch. It goes Escobar's way. Picks up his 2nd walk of the ball game. Cole will bat.
It certainly wasn't a bad spot.
One for 4 tonight. Doubled back in the 1st inning, his 8th of the year. That is ripped and knocked down by Davis. Goes to 2nd base, and they force out Escobar for round number 2.
That was a rocket right at him. Knocks that down. Likes that throw to second base. Ball is by him. Knocks it down, quickly recovers. Fires it to second base for a force out.
So Trout will get one more plate appearance tonight. Cole at first. Trout a 1-for-4 game. Single with a run scored in the 6th. Takes a strike. No, takes ball 1. Which is, I guess, a little low. One-0. 1-1.
Pretty surprising looking over there with Chris Davis and holding on.
I know.
Cole Calhoun with 2 outs and a 5-run lead.
He's not going anywhere with Trout at the plate anyway. Ground ball. This one to second base. Scope has it. And the Orioles take game 1 by the final of 9-4.
Well, that big at bat by Chris Davis really the difference maker after the Angels worked their way all the way back to tie it up at 4. A very good swing, strong swing from Chris Davis, a 2-run home run as far as 4 home runs in the game for Baltimore as they win this one 9-4.
Previewed the series talking about the Orioles and the long ball, and they came out swinging with back-to-back home runs to start the game. And they certainly did not look back late in the game. 9-4 the final. Stick around. Angels Live postgame coming up next.